broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing after shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to another episode of Faking It. This one is called Prom Scare. This is Cortez's favorite song.
No, it's not. It's raining on prom night.
Yeah. Well, it kind of was raining on prom night for a lot of people's storylines tonight. Thank you guys for tuning in. This episode is called Prom Scare. Cortez, let's get into it. No one wants to see you dancing. Although I do want to ask you about your prom in a little bit.
I didn't go to prom. I didn't have a prom.
All right, well, we'll get into more of that later. Thanks for tuning in, guys. My name's Sterling Cates. You can find me on Twitter at Sterling Cates. And to my left is the handsome...
It be me.
Cortez G.
Yeah,
West.
it be me. Thank you. You think I'm handsome?
I thought I'd be nice to you tonight because a lot of times I'm not so nice to you.
Hi, everyone. Cortez G. West. I don't know why we started doing the whole, social media thing in the beginning, but... You can find me on all social media at
It's so they can tweet us during the show if they want, because this is live right now.
Right.
So if you guys are watching live, feel free to tweet us. You can use the hashtag ABTV Faking It. And of course, these are our handles at Sterling Case, at Cortez G. West. And we have our phones right here. So we'd love to talk to you guys. If you have any questions or anything you want us to talk about in particular, just let us know. Okay, so before we get into it, just want to mention this because tonight is the night. Cortez. It is the premiere of the CW's Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, which we've been telling you about for the past couple of weeks. It's supposed to be really funny. All the critics are raving about it. It's tonight on the CW at 8 o'clock. I'm going to go home right now and watch it.
No, you're not. Stop lying.
Yeah, right now.
You're about to leave.
Yeah, I'm going to leave right now.
Is that 10 Eastern or Pacific?
So it's 8/7 Central.
7
so
Central. So that's 7 there and
that's 8 o'clock Eastern, and 6 or 5. It comes on at 8 here too.
Oh.
It just is delayed or whatever. Anyway, so it's about this girl who is a crazy ex-girlfriend, obviously. She checks his Facebook all the time, is constantly all up on his social media.
They went to school. They were in school. Oh my God, you don't
but she does check his Facebook all the time. Well, I've got to watch it, obviously, to know exactly what it's about. But it's the same director of 500 Days of Summer and the writer of Devil Wears Prada, both of which I love. So I can't wait to see it. And you guys should all tune in tonight. And if not, check it out on Hulu tomorrow. Or whatever
on the Hulu. Can you hear me now? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you great.
James, can you hear me?
Yeah, you're good.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, cool.
Can you hear me now?
You good? Can you guys hear Cortez? Tweet us and let us know if you can't hear him. Because if it's just me, it's probably not going to be the most entertaining show. Okay, so let's get into this episode. So it is all about
the prom scare.
And getting a date for prom, inviting people to prom.
Did you go to prom?
Did you go to prom?
I
asked you first when the intros.
Nope.
I did go to prom. I went in my junior and senior years of high school. And it was very fun.
I didn't have proms. I had military balls. So I had to go in the uniform. Yeah.
Military balls?
Yeah.
Could you bring a date and stuff? Or?
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
Who was it? Is it a crazy ex of yours? Are you a crazy ex?
No.
Are you their crazy ex?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Are you positive?
We actually follow each other on Facebook. It's so funny. I was looking at her family now. I'm like, so glad we're not together.
Oh, that's good. Well, no regrets, right, Cortez?
Oh yeah, right. Yeah. She has kids and everything. She let go of herself.
Oh no, Cortez. That's so sad. What a terrible story. All right, let's get into Faking It. So we saw at the end of last episode that Sasha, Shane's sister, is back in town.
Who's not that cute?
She's newly single.
For Liam.
and she's back home. So she's the same actress that's from Pretty Little Liars, and they had a bunch of Pretty Little Liars references tonight. I know you don't watch that show, but I watch that show pretty religiously.
Yeah, because then like Shane was just like
you're so pretty little liar. Because the person who is like doing the vandalizing around the school and like secretly doing stuff, that's kind of like Pretty Little Liars. It's like, and that person's name is A. So they're just totally playing on that and calling it B. Yeah, so you're welcome for that. Catching you up to speed. But yeah, so Sasha is back, and it's kind of awkward because have you ever like had a thing with like one of your best friend's siblings?
Nope.
I imagine that would
I don't
be
think I've never met two of my best friends. I've never met their other siblings.
So are you guys best friends or no?
Are we best friends now?
Yeah, it doesn't sound like you're best friends if you haven't met their family.
I met their family, girl, just not their siblings, like their brother and sister.
That's their family. So then who did you meet? Like their parents?
Like, I did have a slight crush on one of my friends' mom.
Okay, well that's like kind of similar. So, but
I didn't get a boner like Liam. I didn't have wet dreams and stuff.
Yeah, well, Sasha is like determined to get all up in Liam's situation.
That's because she overheard them though.
And you always want what you can't have.
Huh?
You always want what you can't have. Like that's she's true. Hearing Liam say.
What is it? You can't have you can't have your cake and ice cream and eat it too. What?
No, you can't have your cake and your ice cream.
You can't have your cake and ice cream.
No, it's you can't have your cake and eat it too.
But what I heard something about ice cream in there too.
No, there's never any ice cream. I think that's just like a really hungry person.
You guys, tell me I am right. I've heard something about you can't have your cake and ice cream.
I feel like we've talked about this so many times on the show for some reason, but why would you ever have cake and not eat it? We talked about this last week. We definitely did, and this problem is still unsolved. Okay. But Liam says to Shane that he would never go to that level, which I feel like is risky because you can't say you're not going to do something when obviously you want to.
But I don't understand. Why is that a problem? Like I don't know.
I guess it's just awkward for him to hook up with his best friend's sister.
I don't.
Well, now it's legal in Texas because the age of consent is 17, and he just turned 17. And she's 6 years older, so she's 23.
She nasty.
I don't know. Maybe she just is, wants to experiment. I mean, he's a good-looking guy. In real life, he's like 26 or something.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Okay, anyways. So then Amy just briefly mentions that her parents, I thought this was important, but it's not really that heavy in this episode. But Farrah talked to Bruce. We saw that at the end of the last episode, and they're trying to work things out. So they're not splitting up.
Which I hate that, but they didn't really follow up from that, though. Because remember, she got in the car and was like, okay, we have to talk.
Yeah.
Can you take me home?
So that was really the only line about it tonight was when she said that they're trying to work things out. So, I mean, I guess we'll see more about it maybe next week.
I mean, I think they do a great job of, like, putting all of what we need to know about in this one episode within 30 minutes. But sometimes I do feel like they should play on something. Right. But then again, I realized with Faking It from last season is that they jump back.
They always come back around to it. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. So, as we said, prom's coming up. Amy doesn't want to go. Felix doesn't want to go, but Karma wants to go with Amy, which we know is risky because Amy still, those feelings for Karma came back up at the hoedown.
Why? I don't get it.
What do you mean, why?
I mean, you were with someone else. You were in a different relationship. You had a whole relationship with someone else. Like, how can you...
But they ended it because it wasn't meant to be. Maybe she really has genuine feelings.
Have you ever been around your ex and then you've caught feelings back?
I think so.
Oh.
Have you?
Yeah, maybe I'm just harsh or something. I don't know. Maybe I'm just an a-hole or something. I don't know.
Well, I don't think she ever like really moved on. And so when those feelings are still lingering there, I don't know. Everyone's different, Cortez.
I see.
You just like cut the ties and
bye
Felicia. Yeah, seriously. So like we mentioned, there's some vandalization going on at the school against Turner. With like graffiti and that sort of stuff. And then we see Lauren is planning prom, but no one wants to buy tickets because obviously everyone at Hester like hates tradition and hates, doing stuff like that. So her and Turner team up once again, and he makes it mandatory for everyone to go to prom. And not only that, you have to bring a date.
So basically, Lauren, I was going to say Bailey. Lauren was,
you always
was at the
do
table.
that.
I know, right? Lauren was sitting at the table trying to sell tickets. And then that's when Turner came over and they both kind of agreed that this school.
They want Prom to be popular and successful because they're all about tradition, but no one wants to go.
So Lauren came up with the idea of making it mandatory that everyone goes to prom.
Yeah.
But Turner came up with the dating.
He added
part,
the date part because
he
because Felix is his son and he wants Felix to get out of the house and socialize.
Got it. So he was on that mostly
because of Felix. And then that part where he like tries to get Lauren to go to prom with
what
Felix,
I don't understand about this story, about this show too, is like it's not like a bad misunderstanding. It's just like I wonder how they can curse in front of their parents. But when she was about to ask Turner like, "What the f*** are you doing?"
What, the French fries?
Yeah, she caught herself, and I'm just like, "Well, you just said F-bomb in front of your mom."
But that's a principal. That's completely different.
You should do that in front of the principal and
not
in front of your mom.
I don't know.
You would
I think she just wants Turner to respect her.
Oh, good way to put that. I didn't.
Because she's kind of running stuff over there. I don't know. It's very interesting. I try not to cuss in front of my mom, but I have to say that I've done it a couple of times. I felt bad about it.
Was it a bad one though? Was it a big bad, like a mother? Or
it
like
could have been. I don't know.
You probably just said something like ass or hell.
Yeah.
And she probably just like thought it was funny.
She's like Sterling, ladies don't cuss. But she doesn't.
Well, Mom, I'm not a lady.
Yeah. My mom's very Southern, but also really awesome. Okay. So Amy talks about how she can't go to prom with Karma just because, she doesn't want those old feelings to come back that we very much saw when they were riding the mechanical bull together last time. So because of that,
they were grinding on that thing.
That's right. Yeah, as you showed us last week for about 5 minutes. So Amy tries to get someone else to go with Karma, and she's listing off people. First, she says Felix, because obviously he needs a date. And then she suggests her lab partner, who she's had a crush on, has talked about. He lit her Bunsen burner.
I like the way they do, like, their little slogan sometimes.
Yeah.
He lit my
the
Bunsen
little
burner.
innuendos.
But I'm really interested in this Felix character. Like, to me, is getting more interesting than this whole Liam and Karma thing.
Yeah, I agree. So let's talk about that while we're on it. So this lab partner ends up being the same guy that Shane met at the Hoedown, Wade, who they've been texting, they've been flirting, him and Shane, and then he's also been flirting and whatnot with Karma. So when they're outside with Amy, and Amy gives them that whole pep talk about you need to just ask him yourself if you really want it to happen. You know what, Cortez? We miss 100% of the shots we don't take.
What?
If you want something, you got to go get it. That's what Amy was saying.
Oh, I was so lost. I was like, what are you talking about?
I'm just, throwing out some words of
wisdom. Because your face totally went different even from when you were just telling
I was trying to remember the saying. It's a Michael Jordan quote. All right, anyway. Wayne Gretzky. I thought it was Michael Jordan. Let's Google that.
Jordan didn't make everything. Geez.
I'm just going to say any inspirational quote is Michael Jordan. So they see him in the little courtyard area, and they wave, and he waves back, and they're like, oh, shit. Yeah, okay. They're like, he's waving at both of us. Mm-hmm. So he then tells them that he's bisexual, and he was flirting with both of them, and he is interested in both of them.
Which was bold. I like it.
Yeah, I mean, he was honest. And he was kind of like, it was surprising to me that it was surprising to Karma and Shane, because this is such a open high school. Everyone's pretty open-minded.
I don't think they were
I think
shocked
they were just
about
surprised.
them. Yeah, I think it was just more so oh, you're bi. You know what I'm saying? Because Shane thought he was gay and Karma thought he was straight. So
well, and Shane still thought he was gay afterward, because he's like, every guy who's with a girl,
that's the policy.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they all become what's the guy named Bolton? The guy he said. Oh my gosh, the piano guy, the gay piano guy.
Elton John?
Elton John. Why did I say Belton?
I don't know. I don't know. But Wade said that he doesn't know who he wants to take yet. So he's like, all right, is that cool?
I'm still shocked that Karma still wants to.
Yeah, she's desperate for a date. She wants to go to prom. But I don't know. It's hard to say if she's like really that open about it, or if she just really likes this guy, or if she just wants a date. If she's just desperate for a date.
I think it's a little bit of both, because I mean she's been talking about this since she was 6.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I imagine there's got to be more people at that school than just
exactly.
Like if it were the case that she's just desperate for a date, she could just find another one, as opposed to going after the same guy Shane likes. But she must really like him then.
But she wants someone. But I think that's what Amy said. She wants someone to be. She wants to go to prom with someone that's really into her. So she feels like since she had some chemistry with the Kim buddy, then he's like that.
Yeah, in more than one way. Yeah. So
you're so whack for that.
Yeah.
But did you catch how Turner tried to get Lauren and Felix to go?
Yeah.
Like when Lauren shut that down quick, Lauren was like, I know that's your son.
Felix wouldn't want to go with her anyways.
I know, right? Well, he doesn't want to go at all.
Yeah. And so Karma then dresses up as Sandy from Grease. She looked really good.
Those ugly shoes.
Huh?
Shoes were so ugly. They look too big or something.
It's her little Grease shoes.
Her little Grease.
With her little lollipop instead of a cigarette. Yeah, but anyway, so she was like, I think we should, do this all together if you want. Have a throuple date of sorts. And then she tries to throw Shane under the bus, and she's like, unless he's not into it. So then they all decide to go together.
Do you not know who you're talking to? You're talking to Shane.
He didn't look like he was into it though. I think he wants Wade all to himself.
I think he was more so like, this is karma coming for me.
Yeah, she really is.
Like he was like, karma is coming for me.
She really is. So yeah, I thought it was funny though that she's like, I'm cool with the whole bi thing. I'm like, you really aren't, really but not. Like that's cool if you want to like. Whatever. I like it. Yeah, so that's going to be interesting to see next week, and we'll talk about that in predictions. Yeah. So meanwhile, Amy's trying to find a date. And because she knows she can't go with Karma because of those feelings. So she goes to ask Oliver, who is someone that we've seen in the past, but now he's dating or is with this girl named Jamie instead of Amy. She likes donuts, basically exactly like Amy.
Yeah.
And he made a play about Amy.
She was so freaked out about that.
So
she was like,
oh, okay.
Never mind.
Yeah. I'm going to leave. So, and then she goes to ask Felix to go with Karma. But she ends up asking him herself as like a ploy, just so that she has a date.
When she mentioned Amy to him, he kind of like played it off anyways because he didn't want to go.
Yeah. Well, no, Amy goes to Felix to ask him to go with Karma, and he's like, well, she thinks of me as like a brother. I think at this point, Felix like really does want to go with, I think he's just too shy to ask someone himself. But he also... You
think Felix wants to go to prom?
I think he wants to go with Amy, because at the end when he was like, when she asked, he was like, oh yeah, I would love to go with you.
Then.
And then he was like, is this like real or whatever? But then she said she likes him.
Right, but that's after they decided
and he was like, oh,
go.
okay, now, yeah, I think he likes her though.
I mean, then yes, but I mean, like once they actually had it, because they never really had a actual one-on-one conversation before. This is the first time.
Yeah.
Talking on on a one-on-one.
I think he definitely got his hopes up a little bit, like when he realized that she only did it because she couldn't go with Karma, because she's in love with Karma. But I don't know. I think he still has like a little crush on Amy.
Whatever.
Okay. And then meanwhile, so Lauren still has to find a date too. And because obviously she can't go with Theo because everyone hates him. Yeah, Anthony. And she still calls him Theo. So I'm going to call him Theo. And
I didn't say you were wrong. I just said said Theo. I say Anthony.
So then Tommy comes back, who we don't love because of the way he broke up with her when he found out that she was intersex.
He just came out of nowhere.
Yeah, it just really came out of nowhere.
Like, literally.
But he was pretty much begging at her feet, so I feel like there's got to be something more to that. But Theo only agrees to her going with someone else so that he can have veto power, and he really doesn't want her to go with her ex-boyfriend, of course.
Am I missing something? What is veto power?
Like, so he can say no, that she can't go with him.
Oh.
But that ends up not being the case because she gets angry and leaves.
Is that a young or old saying? I never heard that.
I think it's just a normal
how did you
people
know that?
saying.
Normal? I'm not normal?
Do you know what veto power is?
No, I do
not.
not.
Like the president can like veto stuff.
Oh.
It's like a political term.
So now you say I'm dumb.
Yeah.
You trying to
Just kidding. You're not. But he's basically saying, like, okay, you can pick your date, but if I really don't like him, then I can say no.
Hey, don't try to like you smart. You just got that from Scandal.
I'm just really.
You just watched that. You watched that on Scandal.
Sure. You're so mean to me.
Olivia Pope told you about that.
But anyway, so she ends up saying that she will go with Tommy just because she wants to make Theo jealous in typical Lauren fashion. So, yeah, what do you think about that?
I didn't think anything about that. I feel like that was whatever.
Okay, great. And so then the other thing is, so meanwhile, like with all the vandalizing that's going on at the school, someone also hacked into the school announcements and like made a video about how like prom is prison and like all this stuff. It's basically just like an anti-Turner video. And so Turner's just trying to figure out who it is. He wants to search everyone's bags to see if there's spray paint or anything in there. So he's completely just like taking over the whole school and being very strict and violating a lot of their rights as students.
Shane thought it was Liam.
Yes, and Shane thought it was Liam. He thought he was being a pretty little liar, B or whatever. And so then towards the end, Liam's like, okay, I don't want him to keep doing this to everyone. I'm just going to go ahead and admit that it was me. But it wasn't him. It was actually Bevier, the ex-head principal, who's awesome, and all the students love her. So it was actually her that was doing all the vandalizing and all of the hacking into the school announcements and everything. So she gets fired / effing quits. And that was that. And she kind of leaves it up to Liam to carry on her legacy there and not let Turner take over. Which I don't know how Liam's going to do that by himself, but we'll see.
Oh, he quit Sparkle. I was going to say, yeah. He quit.
Yeah. And yeah, so I mean, that was pretty much all of that. And then, I mean, the only other thing really we have is that Liam brought the skeleton to buy his prom ticket because he said, we have to have a date, but they don't have to be alive.
Live, right.
So he's going to go to prom with the skeleton. And
which I thought was a dope move for the writers to throw that in
because
there
he had the option of taking those twins who said that they were going to ask him and let him choose, or he could take both of them.
He still loves his karma.
He does. And he's just trying to avoid Sasha, I feel like. Because now she's going to be substitute teaching at the school.
She is persistent.
She is. She knows what she wants. She's a little cougar. Knows what she wants.
Get some of that Liam.
And I thought it was interesting that they had so many Pretty Little Liars references this week because she's on Pretty Little Liars, so I'm sure that was intentional.
Yeah. Is she like one of the main stars?
Yeah. Well, she's not one of the main four, but she's like the girlfriend of one of the girls.
Okay. So then now Wade, Karma, and Shane are going to the prom together.
Yeah.
What is it? Thruple?
Thruple. Yeah, that's right.
What is thruple?
There's three.
I know 3. Oh, couple and 3.
Thruple.
Oh.
Yeah, so that happened too.
You're gonna stop acting like I'm a blonde over here.
What do you mean a blonde?
That, yeah.
What do you mean a blonde? We're really smart. All right, let's get into some predictions, shall we?
And now, your AFTERBUZZ TV predictions.
Oh, they switched that.
I predict that Liam is totally going to hook up with Sasha in the next episode.
Yes, and what's going to happen is pretty much Liam is going to do the same thing that
he did before.
With what?
By like not telling Shane about it, like hooking up and then not
Shane,
kissing and telling.
But yeah, it's going to switch because Shane did that to him by not telling him.
Oh, yeah. And I mean, he did that with Karma and with Amy, so.
Yep.
But do you think that will ruin his friendship with Shane?
No.
Well, I think Shane's going to be mad about it, especially after this whole episode. He was literally telling him that would never happen. That would be so wrong on so many levels, blah, blah, blah. He's basically just talking. He's like getting himself in trouble by saying all that stuff. And then he's going to do it. You know?
Yeah, I also predicted with this whole Wade, Shane, and Karma thing that I think Wade is going to play them both. He's going to like string them both along.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And I think at some point when he's with Shane, that Shane's boyfriend is going to come back and see him. with Wade.
Yeah.
And then that's when Shannon's going to try to be like, it's not that serious. It's not, no, whatever.
Yeah. The part where Karma tonight was like, what'd she say? She was like, it's totally cool if you want to date both of us until things get serious. So the thing is, if you're like dating or getting close with both of them, like everyone involved's going to have feelings, and that's just not going to end well at all. And like, how do you end up choosing which one you want to be with?
And I think Lauren is going to bring back her feelings for Tommy.
Really?
If she goes with the prom with Tommy.
I feel like it's just Theo's gonna get so jealous to the point where he like reveals that they're together at prom or something. Like, come and get her, and now
like they always do.
And it's public, and then everyone's not gonna like her because she's dating the person that everyone hates. Yeah.
He's gonna like jump on stage in front of the band, grab the microphone.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Because he's gonna get a little jealous.
Yeah.
And then we'll also have. I feel like there's gonna be something that's gonna happen between Amy and Felix. Yeah, like for sure.
We saw that they kiss, but I don't know if it was.
I don't know. I feel like there might be something there.
Because Amy always putting her lips on somebody. So
it's hard to say if she's
It's hard to say if she's, whatever.
And then Liam and the skeleton will probably hit things off like pretty strongly.
They'll be all boner.
That was a good one, Cortez.
You really try me like I'm slow today.
No. And then. So what do you think is going to happen with the throuple with
I said it already.
Karma and we talked about that. But at prom specifically.
At prom specifically?
Because
I think they're going to go to the sand dune.
Yeah, because there's that when in the promo Shane says like, do you want to
take this? Because he's trying to test Karma. He's trying to get Karma out of the way.
Yeah.
Which
that's going to be.
They're going to go to that sandbox.
That is going to be real interesting.
I bet they go to that sandbox. Watch.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Every time I think about prom, I think about Carrie. Is it Carrie?
That's the movie they brought, the scary movie.
Yeah, I just always think about something like that.
So you have really good memories of prom when you think of a horror film.
No, it's just that when I see something about prom on TV and I see like kids actually at the prom, I think like something is like that is gonna happen.
I always think of that song. This is so fun, embarrassing. Every time I think of prom, I think of that song. She move her body like a cyclone, because that song played like 80 times at my prom.
Oh, I was gonna say what? Why would you think of that song?
I don't know. I just remember that playing. And that's like the only memory I have of prom.
I also think about that whack movie that Usher was in too, when they was on that doom 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 doom.
Oh yeah, what was that?
Oh, he was the DJ.
Yeah.
What was it?
She's All That.
Yeah, she's all that. That's right. Oh my God. I need to go home and first watch Crazy Ex-Girlfriend on the CW, and then I'm going to go watch She's All That.
What the heck are you doing? And Usher was like, yeah! It's like, Usher, you so whack for taking that.
For that role.
You so whack for taking that role.
Oh, well, he did just fine with it.
I know, right?
All right, so anything else on this episode or any other predictions you got?
This episode was pretty, straight to the point.
Yeah, pretty straightforward. I mean, we talk probably longer than the episode is about the show. So, Cortez, where can the people find you?
You know what? I do have a question.
Oh, what is it?
You know what?
What is it? Tell me.
Amy's father just disappeared, right?
Yeah, well, he left. He took the job. Remember at the end of the hoedown, he was on the phone and she was like,
"That's right.
You should just take the job because it's not good for my mom."
Yeah, I remember.
So he just dips that in. Okay, where can the people find you, Cortez?
You can find me on all social medias at Cortez G West. Everyone that knows me knows that I don't believe in followers. I believe in supporters. You guys have really been talking to me a lot on Twitter and Instagram, so thank you for that. Make sure you also support us on AFTERBUZZ TV.
That's right.
At AFTERBUZZ TV.
That's right.
Go to iTunes, rate us 5, comment, talk to us, because we actually like talking to you guys, and I think you guys like talking to us too. So
yeah, definitely tweet us, comment on YouTube. We love reading your comments. And you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Sterling Cates, and of course all of us at AFTERBUZZ TV. Make sure you tune in to Crazy Ex-Girlfriend on the CW tonight and every Monday from here on out. There we go.
I think we're going to have an after show of it too, so check that out here as well. All right?
All right, we'll see you guys next week.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.